So we've been working with several attention partners for the last couple of years. We announced our global relationship with Lumen last year. This year, we've been working with Adelaide as a way to formalize a custom metric, as a way to plan, activate across our media partners, and optimize our media. The Adelaide partnership is going to create a new custom metric that we're calling the Meaningful Attention Unit, or MAU. So when we launch the MAU, we're going to change how we think about planning for quality of media, not just reach and frequency, but quality of advertisers, quality for all of our consumers. And ultimately, when we execute in media, we're going to find ways to quickly adjust the mix and the units that we have to get the best creative with the best partners for the best audiences in real time.
You know, one of the challenges with and around attention has been sort of standardization and even basic definitions. The IAB is working on that front a lot with sort of the working group and the listening tour. How does this new MAU kind of fit into that framework? Are you working with the IAB on this?
So we think attention measurement has to have some standards. We actually are working with the IAB in addition to working with several of the partners in the mix. What we believe is that the model has to be multivariate. It's not just one variable, it's multiple things that are creating the definition of attention. And as we get more and more mature as an industry, we're looking at what those variables should be, what should be the weights. And we believe it should really be customized based on the advertisers. So if you're across different industries, if you have different products you're selling, how you measure and how you think about that multivariate model should be based on outcomes. It's not just a static vanity metric. It's something that has to adjust and mature depending on where that product is in a consumer decisioning funnel.
It's like a thoughtful standard, a standard that adapts based on sort of the situation that is necessary. Moving to a different buzzword, the other one is clean rooms. And so I think you guys have a partnership in that front as well. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we launched our Converge platform a couple of years ago. We did a big RFP and we chose LiveRamp as our partner to create our identity graph. That was our real first step in understanding consumers, creating privacy and security standards for how we work with our clients' first-party data. The next step has been how do you integrate that data into the media ecosystem? There's a lot of disparate, non-connected pipes that we have as an industry. So what we felt was really important is to select one partner that we work very closely with, and that's Paramount. With Paramount, we execute a lot of media across a lot of different channels. So the question was, how do we get data faster from them, even airtimes, viewership logs, understanding which consumers are exposed, and linking that to our identity graph within Converged that's built on top of LiveRamp's tech. So we worked very closely with LiveRamp and their clean room product alongside Paramount and their existing infrastructure that's actually built in Snowflake. LiveRamp is built on Google Cloud, the infrastructure that we have. So connecting those two disparate technologies together into one clean room tech has been the last 6 months of work. It's taken a village. We've had a lot of engineers, a lot of data scientists, even a lot of data strategists that have figured out how to integrate the tech together. So today we have an environment, it's updated in real time. Literally daily, we get uploads on everything we've executed, everything that's been viewed across the consumers we've targeted. And then on the back of that, we're just thinking about activation and personalization use cases. So how do you actually retarget, reframe, how to get consumers back into the funnel?
So this is like the definition of interoperability, and also sort of an example of how interoperability doesn't just happen. You have to plan for it at least 6 months. Is this something that you foresee sort of eventually wanting to roll out to other media partners as well?
Absolutely. So this was a first step. It's a beta, minimum viable product today. We're going to mature with Paramount as we get into the next level. We're going to figure out more advanced use cases and personalization. But what we feel really good about today is we've set the standard for interoperability in the industry. We're going to set the standard for how we do attribution, how we do experimentation, and ultimately how we do AI within these platforms. We'd love to take it to other media partners. In fact, what we don't want is to build walled gardens across the clean room tech that we've set up. We want the clean rooms to talk to each other at some point. And we want to get back to a true consumer journey, which is multiple touch points that are omni-channel, that are building some sort of path to purchase.
So with both the attention announcement as well as this clean rooms announcement, it does seem like Havas is working to take a pole position or a leadership position in the industry as sort of the evolution of sort of buying and selling media as the way that we buy and sell media continues to evolve. I guess the last question would be, do you have any advice for other partners that kind of want to push forward in this way?
I mean, I think we need playbooks of how we work with modern data. There's a lot of disparate pipes that are evolving. So I think it's, how do you build a community? How do you collaborate? How do you work together as a way to solve large user consumer journey use cases, which are getting more complex? I think the industry is getting more fragmented. We have to find a way to simplify and bring a route to market for data. As we think about maturing in that category, it's all about ROI. It's the value of media, it's the value of data, and we have to prove out how we actually achieve results for our clients.